Today we'll be talking about Cleric. And as usual, I will assume you guys know how 5e works and have read the latest 1D&D. I'll mostly talk about the things that stand out for me specifically. Welcome to Pack Tactics. Hallelujah. Let's start by looking at the table with their features. As you can see, some things have been rearranged. In 5e, the Channel Divinity feature is given out at level 2. Now it's at level 1. Clerics used to get their subclass at level 1. Now it's at 3. Divine Strike / Potent Spellcasting used to be given at level 8. Now it's at 7 in the form of Blessed Strikes. Greater Divine Intervention / Intervention Improvement used to be at level 20. Now it's at level 18. Now this is a tier 1 nerf, but we're going to talk about that later. There's also some small stuff. As with the Bard and the Ranger in the last UA, you can prepare spells based on your spell slots. Meaning that if you have 4 first level spell slots and 2 second level spell slots, you get to prepare 4 first level spells and 2 second level spells. I've already shared my opinion about this last time around, so I'll just link that video. But unlike the last UA, there are no spells automatically prepared from the base class. You can swap all of the suggestions. Now for the big changes. Channel Divinity. As I mentioned before, you get this earlier. But that's not the only thing that's different. This is now proficiency bonus usage, and you must finish a long rest to regain the expended uses. Additionally, while in 5e, your Channel Divinity is based on your subclass, with the optional use of Turn Undead. This has slightly changed. You now have the option for Turn Undead, but also Divine Spark. And at a later point, you'll get one specified to your subclass at level 6. Divine Spark is a way for clerics to bring their allies back to unconsciousness without spell slots, or a way to do not so much single target damage. Turn Undead is a bit weird due to the Daze condition, which I'll explain in a later video. But from what I understand, the undead will no longer be able to do more than one move action, aka their speed. Ad time! This video is sponsored by Fables, Citadel of the Unseen Sun. It's a Grim Hollow setting. It's finally getting physical copies this time. 6 books in this pretty slipcase. The sun has vanished from the skies of the Asturian Empire. Crawl into the Empire's ancient necropolis and battle hordes of zombies, demons, and vampires to discover the magic of the Citadel of the Unseen Sun. The story is actually written by James Hake. He co-wrote for Explorer's Guide to Wildmount, and I really enjoyed that book. The most creative martial in the game comes from that book. But anyways, back to the Unseen Sun. This is a level 1 to 13 campaign with over 500 pages worth of content. This adventure will most likely last you a good 6 to 8 months. And lastly, this adventure has over 40 new monsters and a dozen new magic items. Check out Citadel of the Unseen Sun right now on BackerKit. It's super duper good. Next, a new feature, Holy Order. I think this is a good idea. They moved some subclass features into a choice at level 2. At level 9, you get to pick another one. Currently, these are the options. The best option is Protector, which in essence gives you a +1 bonus to AC. You may get struck with a penalty of your movement speed, but this can be circumvented using mounts, the Longstrider spell, or species with higher base speed. Second best, and the one I would pick at level 2 if I really can't afford heavy armor, is Thaumaturgy. Being able to regain some parts of your Channel Divinity charges on a short rest is awesome. Especially because you could in theory take multiple short rests in a row. Last and least is Scholar. This really isn't great. Gator, did these berries go sour? They taste like a +1. Uh-oh. Now for the controversial change. You get your subclass at level 3. Crawford said there are 2 reasons why they made this change. One, they didn't want new players to make big mechanical decisions before they got to play their class. Number 2 is 1 level dips for subclass features were seen as a problem. Overall, I have mixed opinions, but I don't actually think this change was worth having your characters lose such a big part of their identity in early levels. But Kobold, Multiclassing 1-level dips is incredibly strong. Is it not worthwhile to also fix that issue? I do see what you mean, but the way 5e works, 1-level dips will still remain too strong even if you move the subclasses. This has to do with a combination of proficiencies and other features that you gain at early levels. I do enjoy dipping into Cleric for roleplay reasons and, well, stuff. This is not going to stop me. I will still get that medium armor and shield proficiency. I will still get bless. I will still get the healing spells. So how should this be fixed? Well, you change the way multiclassing works. From my understanding, the World of Warcraft version of D&D allowed people to multiclass by basically allowing them to pick feats with another class feature. That works. And they even already added a way not to have people pick this early, granting feats based on levels. Now, multiclassing in 5e definitely allows you to get interesting characters. But let's be honest, it is way too strong right now, but I don't think delaying the subclass is the way to fix it. Divine Strike and Potent Spellcasting have been combined into Blessed Strikes, and I'm very happy with this. There's also some changes to Divine Intervention, but nothing too big, so it's time to move on to subclass. Subclass features now come at level 3, 6, 10, and 14. From a glance, the Life Domain Cleric hasn't received too many changes, but the changes it has received are pretty massive. Let's start with Disciple of Life. This is why my berries taste so funny. I know what all of you are gonna say. You guys are just gonna be like, haha, Kobold, haha, haha. But anyways, I do not like this change. Combining this feature with Goodberry to create Life Berries no longer works. The controversial thing is gone. Someone only gains additional hit points on the turn you cast the spell. This is massive. The reason why I don't like this change is because as a DM or a player, Life Berries has actually been positive to me. In my experience, it just sped up the game. There was less arguing about short rests or buying healing potions because they ate berries and just kept going. I'm seriously gonna miss talking about this combo. I thought it was good for both sides. But here's the worst part of it all. I might have to actually change my diet now, because I've been living off good berries for 6 years. Now, I have to admit that this is a healthy nerf, but I'm keeping it in my games. I'm a very unhealthy kobold. I think you guys already knew this. Their domain spells have changed slightly, but the biggest nerf here is that you no longer get first level spells. That kind of sucks because there were some good first level spells out there. I find this a bit disappointing, but oh well. You should at least give me good berries in this subclass to make up for the nerf, you know? Preserved Life was moved to 6th level, but they kept the stupid limitation. This feature can bring a creature's current hit points to no more than half its hit point maximum. This clause is so annoying, and every time I've DM'd for like a new player who picked this subclass, they've broken this rule. Well, to be fair, I've only seen 2 Life Clerics ever besides me. I'm a big Life Cleric dipper, by the way. But anyways, it happened twice, and both times I let it slide. Please remove this stupid clause. It doesn't break anything. And then the 2 other features are similar to Player Handbook, but they just move them around. Honestly, this subclass is really boring to me now. I'm never picking this ever again. I mean, to be fair, the only interesting interaction it did have was the Lifeberry stuff. Other than that, this has always been a bad subclass. Wizards, please boost this or come up with new features. Anyways, conclusion. I went into this video being negative, but halfway through I started to realize they did actually do a good job. I think this is a win. The only person who lost here is me. I have to go to the grocery store now. End of video. Remember to check out the Citadel of the Unseen Sun right now on BackerKit. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.